Tractor Supply Co. is such a magical store. It was really special to me when I was a youngster because this is where I'd buy most of my knives. And today I was in there running some errands with helping my grandpa with some stuff. He's in there right now looking at things. And I found some interesting knives. Some very, very cool stuff here. And we'll be getting into these later. When I was a teenager, I'd work a lot of summer jobs. I did a lot of landscaping for different people. I'd chop a lot of wood, living in the Rocky Mountains. Everyone needed wood chopped. Chopped wood, built a couple of sheds and barns. Did a lot of different things as a teenager. Most of the time with the assistance of my cousin Austin. He's been on the channel before. But yeah, we'd run around our small town. We were just kind of handymen for hire. If someone had a job they needed done, they could hire us and we would get it done for them. And mostly we got paid in cash. Cold hard cash was what we preferred. And we would take our money and we'd run to Tractor Supply or somewhere and we'd buy knives. That's kind of what we were into. It was fun for us. I remember our parents, especially our mothers, were a little bit, not the biggest fan of us coming back from town with these big old Bowie knives and things. And I still have a lot of those knives. They weren't real great. A lot of the stuff was pretty low quality, but we loved them. And I owe those years to the type of knife enthusiast I am now. But yeah, just good memories. And to this day, I like to go to Tractor Supply and just look at the stuff they have. And we went to Tractor Supply quite a lot when I was younger. My family raises animals and we grow crops and stuff. So I go to Tractor Supply and get things quite a bit. But, it was always an excuse for me to look at the knives. Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today we've got an unboxing first impressions video of 3 knives that I picked up from Tractor Supply. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into these. We've got 2 Camillusi, and a Cold Steel. So, let's go ahead and get into the Cold Steel first. This is the Cold Steel Kudu Light, which is a knife that I've heard a lot about and I've seen it around for years and years and years. But I saw it there at Tractor Supply and I was like, hey, that's cool. Let's go ahead and pick that up. This was a $10 knife. And after doing a little bit of investigation, I learned that you can actually get these for like $8 on Blade HQ and stuff. So, maybe maybe I was taken for a sucker, but I mean, $10, right? I also did not realize that this knife was this large. I thought this was a decent sized knife, like a regular sized knife. Guess not. We're going to be opening everything today with the CRKT Razel fixed blade. Love this knife. Apparently this design is based on a knife that's popular in Africa. I read this off of Blade HQ. So that's cool. Actually, let's read this real quick. Kudu Light. It's not the ring lock version. This is I don't even know what lock this one has. But it's an EDC knife. It's a folding knife. Everyday carry. Sturdy lock. Spring slip joint locking mechanism. So I'm wondering if this is not a locking knife. I mean, it says secure lock, but maybe it's a slip joint because it says slip joint. I don't know. We'll find out. 5CR15 steel. Pretty low on the knife steel tier list, but $8 knife, right? And Zyx wood textured grip. Okay, that's cool. Blade length 4¼ inches, overall length 10 inches, weight 2.7 ounces, blade thickness 2 millimeters, handle length 5¾ inches. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and get into this thing. Look, this is one reason I love the Razel. So we poke in with that tip and then just push up. And on a blister pack, I mean, this is the best way to open a blister pack. I swear. Go right there along the back. All right. Still, a blister pack is a blister pack, and they're pretty much the worst thing ever. Here we go. Let's take the little blade protector off. They do have the blade steel marked on there. That's a very polished blade. And is it a slip joint? Yes, it's just a slip joint, but that's kind of interesting with this back spring on here. Wow, very, very solid snap. Have a half stop, and wow, it springs open. That is very interesting. Now, it feels cheap, right? Because it is. But I gotta say, it seems like it's made decently well. Let's go ahead and do a blade. I just checked the up and down lockup on a slip joint knife. That's gotta be one of these stupider things I've done. So I decided it feels pretty solid. I did end up nicking myself just a little bit. Okay, one of the dumber things I've done on screen. But there's the knife itself. Very big slip joint. Yeah, that retention is pretty solid. I'm impressed with that. Plastic scales. I do like the little kudu. You know, obviously kudu is a type of antelope, but I do like the little like kudu design thing here. Since this is an African knife, you know, it's kind of calling back to that African animal. Sintering is off a little bit, like just a hair. I don't really care about that. Very interesting. I'm going to have fun reviewing this, I think. This is kind of unlike anything else in my collection currently, so I like that. I like that quite a bit. Okay, I did not bring any paper out here to test sharpness with, so my apologies. Alrighty, next up, Camillus. You guys know I love Camillus, and Tractor Supply is where I go for a lot of my Camillus knives. I think Camillus is really, really cool. They come out with some pretty exciting knives that are in the $15 range. So this is the Tread Z. It's got their titanium bonded coating that they do on their steel, or let's see, yeah, titanium bonded. I still don't really know what that is. Does it make a difference? I don't really think so. Camillus does have a good warranty. You know, they've got the lifetime warranty on this thing. Let's go ahead and get into this knife. This has plastic scales with a 420 blade, which at the $15 price point, I think that's 100% fine and acceptable, and I have no complaints with that whatsoever. Alrighty, oops, go a little bit further. Get in there. Yeah, whoever invented blister packs is an idiot. Okay, so pull the knife out here. Now, this is a knife that I've seen a couple times, but I didn't really think about getting it because if you look at the back here, it shows it has a tip-down pocket clip, which I'm not the biggest fan of tip-down carry. I don't mind it sometimes, but I'm not, you know, it's not my go-to. But then I was looking at this knife, you know, kind of peeking through the window of plastic they give you, and I realized that it actually has a tip-up carry clip. So I decided I'd give it a try. Hollow ground sheep's foot blade. Good access to the liner. Very smooth. Camillus does, like, their knives are stupid smooth. Their bearing knives are ridiculously smooth. Sintering is pretty much perfect. Woo. Very nice detent. Do you hear that ting? Those thumb studs are a little bit sharp. I don't like those thumb studs a whole lot, but listen to this ting. Holy cow, that sounds really, really cool. I love that. That's awesome. Someone's angry. The scales are contoured. You know, pretty narrow in hand, a 3-inch blade, kind of a smaller knife, but gotta say, comfortable. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with it. Simple, but it's good. And again, $15. I like that. Someone's trying to wrangle a bull over there. Might need to go help him here a little bit. We have this bull that is an escape artist. There's no fence that can hold him. And actually, about a month ago, well, a couple months back, he escaped one of our pastures in the high country, and he spent about a month and a half just running around the woods fighting other bulls. Absolute mad lad. And now he's bred all the cows around, and he's bored and looking for other things to do. Anyways, very, very cool knife. One of the reasons I love Camillus. Next up is a knife that has a feature that Camillus invented that I've always wanted to try out, and it is their Kudu opening technology. It's this little thing here. This is the Rain. This is the Camillus Rain, and I'm very curious about this. I want to see what this is all about. We're going to see if they need any help over there. As I go, here's how I've been carrying the CRKT Razel fixed blade, just like a pocket knife. All right, let's go. That bull is something else. He actually is my brother's, and my brother raised him since he was real little. Crazy bull. He's a nice bull. Looks good. He's easy to work with. He, doesn't mind people too much, but he's pretty horny, and he's got a wild streak. He likes to fight, and another word that starts with F that we're not going to say right now because there might be children watching. Anyways, let's get into the Kudu. Or not the Kudu, the Rain. Now the Kudu is a Camillus knife. I think it was the first one that exhibited the Kudu opening technology. And this technology kind of reminds me of something that Fox Knives has been doing. Get out of the way there, you little piece of paper. We'll see if they turn out to be all that similar. Well, I haven't even handled that opening mechanism from Fox. It's the Fox. The radius, I think, is the knife it's on. I don't know. Again, same materials on this knife. Plastic and 420 steel. Oh, that bull. Okay, so this is a liner lock. So this opening mechanism is not the lock. Ooh, look at that. Perfect pocket clip. Camillus does a great job with their pocket clips. That is wonderful. That's lovely. I love to see that. Oh my goodness, ergonomically, this knife is fantastic. All right, so let's release the liner. Ooh, okay, pretty smooth. Let's see if I can open it. Okay. Whoa. Detail on this one's a little bit lighter, but I can reverse flick it. Thumb flick. I can do it. It's a little bit hard to get to that hole. It's kind of small, even though it is a key-shaped hole, which I like. I wonder if I could front flip it. Ouch. Nope, that's not going to happen. Let's see if I can open it with this little thing. That's fun. That is fun. And that's all it is. It's just like a big thumbstick on the side of the knife. It just comes through the handle. Is that something we really needed? I'm not sure, but it is kind of fun. Lockup is pretty solid. There's a little bit of side-to-side play, but I'm sure I can adjust that out. I gotta say, I'm liking this quite a lot. That's a pretty good looking knife, right? That is not a bad looking knife. And it's a $15 knife. Oh my gosh. And yes, you can slow roll it with your thumb. That makes the knife feel assisted. Using this thing, that makes the knife feel assisted. That is fun. Again, hollow grind, kind of a spear point blade, maybe getting to be a little more sheep's footy. That tip is a little bit lower than the pivot. The ergonomics, again, are very comfortable. You can choke up in here. And I'll be honest with you, this injection molded or glass filled nylon, you know, FRN. It feels like G10. It really feels like G10. Honestly, this knife feels like a G10 knife. Gosh, I gotta say, I would love, again, centering, perfect. I would love to see this knife in like 14C 28N. Oh my goodness. That is very interesting. Now it's weird, like the D10 is pretty weak, right? The D10 is pretty weak. In fact, yeah. D10's pretty weak. But when you use this thing here, I don't know, that just feels so different. It feels so weird. I am really, really liking what I'm seeing here. This is very, very cool. And, I mean, if anyone from Camillus is watching, give us, like, a more upgraded version of this knife. Please, I would... Not only would I buy it, I think a lot of people would buy it. I think they'd absolutely love it. I think this could be extremely, extremely popular. A little bit of lock stick. That's probably just because the coated blade and everything is, or the coated liner wearing in. But good golly. I love that. I absolutely love that. This is maybe I'm a weirdo, but recently I got the Miguron Mujarl, or however you say it, that I've been working on reviewing, and yeah, it's a good knife, you know, it's fine. But I'll be honest, I'm already kind of like, you know, it's a good knife, it's a good EDC knife. You know, the price is fantastic, but it's not really that exciting to me. This $15 knife is super exciting to me. This thing is ridiculous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Running on bearings as well. It's just cool. This is just cool, right? And I love things that are just cool. So there's a good close-up look at it. Again, a good-looking knife. And yeah, I love it. So, reviews of these knives will be coming soon. I will say, maybe I might throw this one in another cheap knife week. I don't know, though. Do I really need to? Like, I think we've all learned that Camillus just kind of kicks ass in cheap knife week. I don't know. Would you guys like to see a review of this? Would you like me to put it in a cheap knife week? Heck, I think I'm going to give this one a standalone review because it's just kind of weird and I want to talk a lot about it. Even though all my Cheap Knife Week videos are standalone reviews, I mean, my Cheap Knife Week's not much different than my other videos. It's just, you know, I post 5 reviews in a week instead of just 1 review a week. This knife, too, could possibly be in Cheap Knife Week or could get its own review. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. I'm going to have to go and buy some more cheap knives if I'm going to do that. I don't have a good stockpile of Cheap Knife Week stuff right now, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried any of these? Which ones are your favorite? And what do you think I should do with them? You know, what do you want to see with these guys? What videos you want to see in the future? So, yeah. 3 very, very cool knives from Tractor Supply. All of them are great. And, I mean, $10 or, you know, $7.95 if you get it online. $10, $15. That's fantastic. Right? That's fantastic. 3 knives for $40, and they're all well-made, cool designs. I love that, right? I love that. I know. I also get excited about seeing the new releases from the more enthusiast-style brands, but gosh, I think I get even more excited when I walk into Tractor Supply or something, and I find 3 inexpensive, not just inexpensive, but 3 cheap knives that are also exceptionally good. So, anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, comment below, and subscribe. I've been Gideon. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios. The devil. How you doing, you big black Casanova? Is that your girlfriend for the day? I'm filming right now, so don't get up to anything R-rated. He's with the dairy cows right now because he kept busting out, and we figured, you know what, might be okay if he's friendly with them for a little bit. Good looking bull. All right, adios.